What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Dubkast. I'm your host, Dirty Assault, otherwise known as Trent. But hey, today you can you can just call me Fallout, I guess.
And you can
And
call me
I'm
Skeletor.
yeah, it's spooky season, people. Are you guys
It is.
excited? This is going to be our first episode where we are celebrating a holiday. And what better holiday to celebrate than Halloween here on Dubcast? So thankful you guys joined us today. And I'm excited to talk some spooky season stuff. What about you, man?
Oh yeah, dude, you gotta love the spooky season for video games.
Yeah, for sure. There's so many games that when I feel like when Halloween rolls around, it opens up just a plethora of content. I mean, you're already seeing that this month with a bunch of different games where they're coming out with their cool, Halloween themed stuff. For example, Call of Duty, they always have their skins and different kind of events.
Yeah.
But yeah. So with that, let's dive into this episode. But I'm a little worried you guys aren't going to be able to hear me as well with this mask on. I really love Fallout, but I just thought, why not be silly? So I'll go ahead and take the mask off so it's a little bit easier for you guys to hear me. Today,
Dude, the,
you can call me Kratos.
the double mask.
My wife was super worried that this would look dumb, and I told her that is the point. But I look badass, and I don't want anybody else to say different because this was a last minute thrown together Kratos outfit, and I'm proud of it. I was like,
I'd say you did a good job.
I think I got a plastic bag that could make me look bald. Um, yeah, this will work. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was wondering, dude, because
I
because
was like,
I was
I
like,
know.
what is that plastic bag? And you're like, oh, dude, no, it's just a mask. I'm like,
I
oh,
I like
I,
before we like recorded, I like leaned over to try to fix my mic. He's like, "Yo, dog, what's that on your head?" It's a part of it. It's part of my mask.
yeah. I was like, I'm pretty sure I was there with you when you got that mask.
Yeah.
So,
So little story. We talk about nostalgia a lot, and one of the biggest things for me with video gaming is I feel like this whole movement towards everything being digital is cool. It definitely makes things a lot easier. It definitely makes things more accessible in terms of being able to, one, have it at your ready to go, download, buy, purchase, store in your library. All those things make it easier. Be midnight releases are something that can be pre-downloaded and ready to go as soon as the day arrives. But one thing I think that I miss the most that I don't feel like is as popular now is midnight releases, staying up late, going to the local GameStop or Best Buy or Walmart and waiting for a midnight release to happen for one of your favorite games. I got a couple memories, this being one of my biggest ones. When Fallout 4 first came out, I was so excited, and me and all my buddies went. I remember I was still in high school at the time, and me and Jeremy, we went to the midnight release. I don't know if we made it to school the next day. Probably not. I think I was sick. I can't remember. Can't confirm or deny. Mom, if you're listening to this, it was a really bad cough, I promise. But we were super excited. It was a huge release for Fallout fans all around. It was one of those that they actually did a release with the first ever. Oh man, I don't know why I'm thinking. I can't even
Hit
think of
Boy.
it. Pit Boy, yeah. They had their first, or am I getting it wrong? Wasn't that the release we went to? Was Fallout 4, or was it Fallout New Vegas? I'm pretty
We
sure we went.
are. I want to say it was Fallout 4. This is the one that we went to Best Buy in the middle of the night. Because then
Yeah.
we were driving around all crazy, and you were wearing the mask.
Yeah, we're wearing these masks. Okay, yeah. So 2015 is when it came out. We weren't in high school, so scratch that. I was a good kid. Although there were some other games, Call of Duty and all that we did that with. But I'm remembering wrong. I think this was actually college that, sorry, professor. Anyways, we went to this midnight release. It was the first release where they had like this Pit Boy. It was all sold out. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It was like one of those things where if you weren't at the midnight release and you weren't getting these cool editions of the games, you weren't going to be able to have access to them. There's a lot of people that never got Pit Boys. There was such a huge demand. They were sold out in like no time. Another midnight I can definitely remember I went to, and it now you're probably looking back on it and you're like, wow, I've never seen an Elder Scrolls Midnight release. And that's probably because it's been 10, 15 years since an Elder Scrolls game. But I got lucky. Elder Scrolls Online, when that released, let me tell you guys a horror story since we're talking about spooky season. You're young, you're excited. This game's coming out. You get together with your friends and you're like, guys, let's stand in line for 4 hours, get this game, head home, hit the grind, and let's get to it. That's not how it went. Not with Elder Scrolls
No.
Online. You stood in line, you got home, you popped in the disc, you got on the phone with your friends. Are you ready? You have a 24-hour download.
Yep.
What? What?
Yep.
What? Oh, come on. Throwing in rest mode. We only have 12 hours now.
I
That's a
do
true
remember
horror
that.
story.
I do
I've
remember
never been so depressed in my life.
that.
No, but all seriousness, I just think that there was that fun getting together with friends, waiting, the anticipation, the hype, making it through the cold. it,
Yeah.
it was just definitely a cool time, and those are the two games that stand out to me the most. Like I said, we were riding around with these masks. We thought we were so badass. We standing in line at Elder Scrolls, which actually in the other room, I'm not going to get it. I have the Elder Scrolls medallion that they handed out. I remember being in the GameStop line. The people that worked there brought out like a boom box, and it had the Elder Scrolls playlist on it. It's like,
Yeah, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
just yeah,
Yeah. I
good
miss
times.
GameStop. The old GameStop.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, don't get me wrong. Now that I'm an adult and I got work and shit like that, like I ain't got time for that stuff. I'm super glad that there is easy to download stuff, but it, it at the ready. But it's just like you kind of miss some of those memories. It's some of the stuff that kind of gets forgotten about when I guess technology advances. But hey,
Yeah.
maybe I'm just crying. You know,
Dude, I
get with the
still remember
times,
seeing
man.
I
We're
still
moving
remember seeing
forward.
like big city Modern Warfare 2 midnight releases. And those dudes were like rolling out smoke grenades out the door when they were coming in, like crazy, like dudes rappelling off the roof. I
Yeah.
was like,
Well,
dude, like,
and it's almost like, for instance, I got these you can't see them, but I got like these pop figures, right? So
yeah,
I had started collecting some of those whenever I worked at Best Buy, and it's like there's GameStop exclusive, Best Buy exclusive, Walmart exclusive, Hot Topic exclusive. So many of these exclusives, and that's kind of what gaming has become. You don't really need to stand in line all night, but if you choose to buy it in disc form, or you choose to go and pick up the download code from the Best Buy or whatever, or GameStop, whatever, enter location, they come with like specialty gear for those
Yeah.
specific places. And I remember just always snagging certain games, even though like digital download was going to be cooler. I was able to get like the pre-download or the edition that was exclusive for the particular store. That way I could get some stuff that maybe some friends of mine don't have. But I mean, all that stuff in turn, I mean, does it really help? It's like so many of those games, you stand in line, you're excited for this cool outfit that you're going to get. You're like, yeah, I weathered the storm. And then you surpass level 10 and you never use that thing again. It like gets you to like,
Yeah.
you're so, I mean, some of it's cosmetic. Most of the time it's just cosmetic, but I don't know. Anyways, moving on. That's enough of our back in the old days.
I know we're just getting old, man. Some of these kids don't even know midnight release.
Yeah. Well, I think that the gaming industry could definitely find ways to, you know, kind of hold on to some of those memories and create new ones. Like I've heard like rumors that GameStop may be trying to move in a different direction where they actually have some indoor gaming lounge type stuff, but who knows anymore? All that rumor type stuff is just, when I see it, I see it. This is stuff you should have did a long time ago, I feel like. But
Yeah.
I digress. Guys, it's spooky season. Let's get into some spookiness. What are you guys playing? What are you guys, I guess, watching? That's all. There's a lot of that going on right now. There's some new shows cycling back around. If you're like me and you have a wife that loves this kind of stuff, you know that you have a list that are must watches. For me, it's always Hocus Pocus. Nothing against Hocus Pocus, but it's almost to the point where I feel like I'm almost reciting it. And but in the game world, we have had a couple games that we've revisited. Jeremy and I the other day, if you guys did not catch the stream, you guys missed out because we went back. There was an update. When was that, man? Was that like a month or two ago? There was an update for Phasmophobia. For those of you that don't know, this is a ghost hunting game, right? It's a game in which you get your team together, right? And you pick a location. There's always recommended team sizes. There's going to be recommended team size of 2. You're going to be going into this modern farmhouse that is out in the middle of the woods. And you're like, oh, okay. Or on a nice cul-de-sac, there stands this 3-story house where we recommend a team size of 3. There's a murderous ghost that our last team did not make out successful. Should we just burn the thing? Like, well, hold on. You're just going to just throw out there that the last team wasn't successful and now you want to send me in? But it's this ghost hunter game. You get your team together, then you start off like in this trailer, right? And once you're in this trailer, you kind of have all this gear that you kind of over time purchase and kind of accumulate, and so you use that gear to help make your ghost hunts more successful. But the premise of the game is that you're trying to identify what the ghost is. You're either trying to, help in some of the instances, like purify the area with different things. There's some smudge sticks that you can use. You can put salt on the ground. There's all these different things that you can do to help locate, find the ghost, and identify the ghost. And so they had an update a little while back, and one of the things that they did to the game was make it more difficult to hide. Man, was that apparent.
Yeah.
We convinced one of our buddies to buy the game, and so he joined us on this journey. No, I mean, Cody, you guys know Coats McGoats. Look, as somebody that's new to the game, you should not be that confident. It's like me and Jeremy are walking in. All right, Elizabeth Jones. We're like looking around, and Cody, we like are flipping on the lights, and it's like Cody's in the room. Where are you? Are you here?
Yeah.
Tell me your name. I'm like, oh shit, Cody. Cody's like, you like hear Cody in the distant rooms. He's got like the talk box on. It's like, it's like sitting there buzzing, and he's like, talk to me, bitch. I'm like, oh shit, Cody. So it's a lot of fun. There's proximity chat. You're walking around and you're basically just yelling for this ghost. You're trying to irritate it. Well, you know what? This is what I'm going to do, guys. I got a couple of clips. Again, if you guys have sensitive ears, I apologize. I do cuss.
We were in fear.
We were in
fear
fear
for our lives. Yeah.
But
there's a reason.
here's a couple of clips to just show you guys, and I can kind of show you a little bit more of the process. But let me go ahead and share this with you, and I think you guys are going to enjoy this. First, let me actually.
Claudia did a really good job on that paint, bro. Like it's perfectly lined up from your
Thank
head
you.
to your face.
Well, here's the crazy part, man. I actually did like the head part myself. And then I was like, yo, can you line this up for me and do like the actual eye part? She's like, it is not gonna match. And I'm like, hey, look, it'll be all right. It's gonna be okay. Sorry, let me stop sharing this for a second. I want to make sure that whenever I share this with you guys are gonna actually be able to hear me. I don't know if I enabled my voice or the sound for this particular thing. Okay, yeah, here we go. Share sound. All right, sorry. So this is my page for those of you that don't know. This is the let me go to the clips. Stairs. For real? Okay, here we go. Sorry. All right, this is the funny part. I think you guys will enjoy. What angle do you want? Because there's this room and then there's the kitchen in here, which I can't.
It really is that pitch black too, if you're curious.
No, this ain't the kitchen.
Yeah, that's definitely her though. Look at that.
Oh yeah, bit. So what's going on there is basically Jeremy is walking through this house, right? It's pitch black, and I flip on the light, and he's like got his flashlight on the picture, and he sees this picture of this lady. He's like, oh, this definitely has to be the girl that we're looking for. And so I proceed to go in there. Well, I use my proximity chat, and I'm just, basically call her ugly, and he freaks out because he hears me go, oh, ugly, and just freaks out and runs away because I'm sitting there taunting her. But now time to get down to the scary stuff. So basically what's happening here, guys, I'm outside. The door gets locked. Cody just dies. Jeremy, in a heroic effort, is like, dude, I'm running in. I'm gonna see what's going on with Cody. And the door locks, and I can't get in to help Jeremy. This is the breakdown. Jeremy!
She's coming downstairs.
Yeah, I'm fucking dead, bro. I'm fucking dead.
Jeremy!
I'm dead.
Are you really?
Yeah. Dude, Jesus.
Oh shit, there she is! Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh shit! Oh, that scared the hell out of me. So, yeah, as you can see, Jeremy just gets destroyed, just completely slumped over. And of course, I walk through the door and she decides, okay, yeah, I'll show myself to him. And if you want to watch that, that's Witness a Ghost Event, because that was the achievement I needed. And, well, I seen it. But, yeah, just if you guys have not had a chance to play that game or at least watch that game, I highly recommend looking into it because it is an extremely fun game to play. It's super frightening. It is one of those games that is a little freaky. Now, I've played with some skilled players or some people that have been playing it for a while. It's those in particular people are a different breed, and it's just they've played it so many times. It almost looks like it's not as fun to them. I enjoy getting freaked out. I enjoy being in the bedrooms in pitch black dark. But I've played with people, they're like, come out, come out, come out. And they're just like running around trying to like provoke the ghost so it'll chase them. I'm like, yeah, y'all are crazy, man. I can't be doing all that. You can hear high pitched screaming. Everyone's gonna be rushing into my gaming room. They're gonna be like, is everything all right?
Yeah.
But definitely a cool game. And there's a lot of them out there. Oh, dude, do you remember PT? Oh,
Yes.
you guys want to talk
Yeah.
about a scary game? Look, while we're reminiscing on some spooky season games, go and look up footage of people playing PT. Do you guys want to know why you can't download or play PT right now? Because they pulled it. They pulled
Yeah.
the game because it was
No,
too freaking scary.
no longer exists.
Yeah, and I believe that one was that a spin-off of Silent Hill games?
Yeah, it was supposed to be the new Silent Hill game, and then when they stopped producing it and everything, they shut it all down. And the team that made that game actually turned around and made the Death Stranding.
Yeah, which I don't know about that one. I haven't really looked into it or played it. I mean, I looked
The
into it and
Postman Simulator.
yeah, like I I looked into it in terms of like I was like reading reviews and stuff, but I didn't like look into it in terms of playing or like checking out like a demo or something because from what I heard, it's just a bunch of walking around.
No, it legitimately is the Postman Simulator. If you're into Metal Gear Solid and you like that kind of technicality, it probably is a fun game to you. But I do not enjoy that.
Yeah, not for me. I need some action.
Yeah,
There's
I've seen some pretty funny video of that game of like this dude slipping down a mountain because he like didn't hit a button and lost his footing. And you just see all of his packages just fucking flying down the mountain.
you just lose everything.
Yeah, and he's just like he just turns off the game.
Oh, can you not retrieve your stuff?
You probably can, but it's probably another hour hike down the mountain.
Oh my god. We had this gaming night over at old Toxic Jedi's house one day. We got everybody together and it was late and everybody wanted to play a scary game. Well, when we say everybody wanted to play a scary game, what we really mean is here, why don't you play the game and we'll watch? And so that's what we did. We played, well, Jeremy had played the Slenderman game. I remember it was one of the free games on PlayStation's Game Pass.
Yeah.
And I played it and I played it on my own and I think I made it like maybe 20 minutes into that game and I shut that shit off. I'm like, yeah, I'm not playing this. And I tell Jeremy about it and we get a group of friends together and we're playing it and it's just like all of us kind of huddled up, like kind of like sitting back hiding and Jeremy's just like full-fledged like oh shit. And that's another fun game. It's older. It's not as necessarily like I don't know. It's one of those. It's super scary. I think because it's not super like updated. You know what I mean? It's one of those older games.
Yeah, it's
And
very ominous.
yeah, so like one of the main things, if you guys aren't familiar with Slenderman, it's like the tall, slender man that they say kidnaps children, and you're basically kind of walking outside and you're kind of like trying to figure out what's going on and you have like this big area to cover. This is just kind of like the opening scene or opening level and you have to like go and collect notes, collect clues and try to figure out like how you're going to get out of this place. Well, it all starts off like super calm. You're just like it's nighttime, you're just kind of like okay, like I just need to find out what I'm doing. But as time goes on, you're like the game does a really good job of making you like second guess yourself because you'll think you see something in the distance like behind like trees or just like standing on top of a hill or a mountain and you're like was that no, and then you just kind of walking and then shit kind of spices up
The hunt.
and that's when it gets real and all of a sudden you'll hear like it starts getting
Yeah.
static. It starts getting like kind of like staticky. It's like shh, and you're just like, oh shit, and you're just running. And that's how you know he's kind of behind you. And so that made the game very creepy. But you know, without spoiling it too much, you get further into it, and there's like people that are chasing you, and you've got to pick up. You make mistakes and you pick up teddy bears that aren't yours. And just a real scary game. And I remember you played Outlast as well. That's another great game for anybody
Dude.
just looking to play some scary games. I mean, there's a long list of them, but now is spooky season. Now's the time to play. I mean, there's a crazy group of people that live off of just streaming that stuff. I just don't think I have it in me. I just that's a whole
Yeah.
different crowd. Those
I don't know, dude. That's
those games are so jump
terrifying.
thriller. Yeah. You just see just tons of like slow motion like reactions from people.
Yeah. Dude, there's a bunch of them, dude. Like Outlast is amazing to play. If you need
Outlast
more
2.
Outlast 2. Dude, that one actually got me a lot. Like Resident Evil Biohazard, dude, that one scared the living hell out of me.
I seen one TikTok of that game and I said nope. And that was the one where it's like the baby and it's like
Yeah.
it's just like crawling in the room and the dude just hid behind the bed. He's like, "What the hell?" And he's just like hiding, just like it's like,
Yeah, dude.
thank you.
Well, so that's you're talking about the next one. Biohazard was the original one, but of like the same
Oh,
kind of feel, you know what I mean? Not like
yeah.
a classic Resident Evil. And I remember I was in like the first level and I'm like trying to figure out this house because you're like moving in a square, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then this bad guy just like literally just walks through the wall and just like destroys the whole wall just right in front of me.
Oh,
I freaked out, bro. I deleted the game after that. I never beat the first level. Like Paige came running in. She's like, "What are you screaming at?" And I was like, I don't know, bro. Just
this man straight up just deleted the game. He's like, yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's just not really my style. It's not really my kind of game.
Dude, I still to this day have not beaten Resident Evil Biohazard.
So what's the name of the new one that just came out then?
Dude, oh man, I can't think of the name on the spot, but I do want to play it because you know the beautiful lady vampire.
Wouldn't it is it Village?
Yeah, Resident Evil Village.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Bro, it looks like sick. It's got like werewolves, vampires, like all kinds of crazy stuff.
It's kind of nice that games like Resident Evil can do that because I mean, I was always a huge fan. I think my favorite was probably Resident Evil 5.
Yeah.
If I remember right.
You're gonna get a lot of hate for that comment.
why?
A lot of people hate 5.
Let me see if I can see the oh yeah. Resident Evil 5 is by far my let me preface let me preface by saying this. I didn't play a lot of Resident Evil games, and my first one was that one because I believe that one was the co-op. I don't know if they're all co-op. This is me showing what I know. I played that one co-op with a buddy of mine growing up, and that was like my first time. And we played it all the way through and beat it. And that's why I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool, and I'd never played another one since. I remember when Resident Evil 6 came out, I checked into it a little bit, but they were fun, but it's just not something that I like pursued always trying to play. But yeah. I don't know. I enjoyed 5. Why would you say the community doesn't like it?
I don't think they liked Sheila.
Oh well, that I can attest to because I always played as the dude, and my buddy played as her, and she's always like, "Help, help!"
Yeah, I don't know. We could always ask Cody why they hate 5, but yeah, that's actually the one I started on as well. So don't feel bad. I started on 5, then I went back to 4, then I played 6, then I played Biohazard, and I was done.
Yeah, but you know, it says something about them that they can be so like easily like able to do so many different things with their games. Like
Yeah.
they try to keep that like scary element to it, but you got your shooters, and then obviously the more just kind of scary survival, I guess,
Yeah.
types.
Oh, they had like straight up PvP games. Raccoon City, Operation Raccoon City. It was the first game where it was like 6 on 6, but you also had zombies in the middle of the fight too.
Oh shit, that sounds
So
crazy.
yeah, it was an older game. Hell, I think it might have came out for 360, like right when 360 and PS4 were, you know.
Yeah,
But
that makes
yeah,
sense.
dude. Usually around this time of year, I start like digging into older games. Like I whip out the Resident Evil. I play the Devil May Cry games. Hell, just for the sake of it, I might try Biohazard again.
Yeah, the I guess I just have a lot of nostalgia for a lot of games that I grew up playing on like PS2 where or even a little bit of PS3 where I just played a lot of those like two-player games, co-op games
Yeah,
with friends, and or even the PvP style games where it was just kind of fun to like sit there and play with buddies of yours for hours. I mean, Kratos, right? I mean, look, guys, I'm gonna age you or age myself here, but I fell in love. God of War by far is my like all-time favorite game growing up, and it derived from the fact that like even though it was a single player game, we would have sleepovers and all of our friends would like take turns because it was so hard. Like whenever we would die, we'd be like, "All right, your turn." That I mean, it happened that often, and then other games that I have like nostalgic fond memories of are like, did you ever play Sly Cooper?
yeah,
God, I loved that game. Like that was such a cool game how you could just like choose to be different characters. There's like the raccoon, the hippo, and then I forget what the third one was. Damn it. I forget what the third one was, but I can look that up real quick. But just like the games like that were like really fun to just kind of sit around and play with friends.
yeah. I will say I think that is something we are
The
missing in the
turtle.
gaming world. Yeah, it was a turtle. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and like they'd all help each other in different ways. The like Sly Cooper was obviously like the silent one. He'd be going around,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, like good couch co-op games, Army of Two, baby.
Little Big Planet. I mean, that's one that
Yeah.
I hold dear to me too because it was one that again friends would come over. We'd have like sleepovers, and we would just sit there and create a map. And it's like, damn, dude, we've been playing this game for 8 hours, and we're still creating this map.
Yeah.
And just stuff like that. I mean, look, it still exists, but I just maybe not maybe not into the to the extent that it used to, because a lot of stuff now is either single player or it's a big multiplayer game.
Yeah, they don't focus on the couch anymore.
Yeah. They're
Not with online capabilities.
I mean they're trying. There was a Way Out that they released a while back
Yeah,
that was
A
more
Way Out.
like Army of Two. That was a great game, and I feel like A Way Out was kind of not necessarily like a spin off of that, but it was that same kind of style. You had that what was the game that just came out that
It Takes Two.
yeah, It Takes Two.
That was a
Read my
good
read
one.
my yeah, that one was one that could make or break a relationship. I know a lot of I told my wife, I was like, hey, we should really look into buying this game. I know you're not really into games, but I think this could be a lot of fun. And then I like was scrolling through TikTok one day, and I seen one one dude blow up on his girlfriend. He's like, how do you not know to just jump there? And this, I was like, I looked at my wife, I'm like, I don't think we should play It Takes Two. I don't think I'm
Yeah.
gonna buy it. I was like, I know myself. And
Yeah. It took a lot of patience, I will say that. I just had to like stay quiet.
yeah. Well, and in a lot of ways, I feel like that's where Nintendo wins in
Yeah.
in the gaming world. It's Nintendo's always been like, sorry, I'm gonna jab at some of you, but Nintendo's always been like that outsider looking in terms of like it's always been PC Call of Duty or PC Call of Duty, PC, Xbox, PlayStation, right? That are like I kind of like in their world, and then Nintendo's in their own world. The only reason I say that is because all three of those, in some regard, share a lot of the same games. But Nintendo's like its own entity. When you think of Nintendo, you're not like, oh, I remember when Call of Duty was on Nintendo. No, you're not thinking about that. You're thinking about, oh shit, Legends of Zelda, Mario, Pokemon. You, I mean, I grew up playing a lot of that stuff too. I mean, we can go way back. I mean, Mega Man. There's just so many like cool games that you didn't have access to on any of these other ones. Now, granted, PlayStation, it kind of has its own nostalgia with the Sega Genesis. Sonic. However, I mean, we could get into a whole spiel about if Sonic games have ever been good since they've hit the main console. I
Bro,
mean,
hey,
there's
chill,
yeah,
bro, chill. Sonic Unleashed smacked, bro.
Look, I can't say I've played too many of them, so maybe I shouldn't speak out of turn. But it,
You haven't seen that meme? You gotta go fast. Gotta
Yeah.
go faster, faster. Yeah, bro. What?
well, whatever one came out on the PlayStation 3 was just god awful. It was like that third. Is that Sonic Unleashed?
uh, uh, it did come out for PS3 and like GameCube and all that stuff, but I will say like there were a few that came out.
Yeah. Well, the one I'm thinking of was like a third person view. Like you're behind Sonic. It wasn't like a side view.
Oh no, yeah, no, it wasn't. The Sonic Unleashed was kind of like bird eye view, I guess, maybe. Maybe not necessarily bird eye, but you know, the open world.
Yeah. How did we get here?
Talking about Nintendo. And
yeah, we went on a whole nostalgic trip, but Resident Evil. So I think that's where we were at. A lot of cool games with them, and I've always gotten so confused with Resident Evil and then what's the movie? Well, Resident Evil the movie.
Yeah, what about it?
Like, because I don't think that they've ever really crossed.
Yeah, they have. That dude that you're talking about, Chris in
Uh-huh.
Resident Evil 5, he's literally in every single Resident Evil. He plays a part in one way
Okay.
or another, but he also plays a part in the movie.
I guess that's true.
I don't remember his last name, but it's always Chris.
Yeah.
The big ass buff dude that's just like, and Wesker. Wesker always plays a part.
Yeah,
Umbrella.
I'm tripping, man. I'm getting off of this Resident Evil talk before I make myself look more dumb. No, but I really did. I really did enjoy Resident Evil 5, but
Yeah.
there's
One thing I have to say before I lose it is, since you love like the button masher of God of War so much, you really need to try Devil May Cry.
Yeah, that was one that a lot of people told me I should check out. I think I downloaded it when it was free, like a long while back. I
Yeah.
don't know if I ever checked it out past like the first 5 or 10 minutes of whatever level I was like on, and for some reason I never went back to it. But there was actually this one game that, dude, it's really been haunting me because I cannot remember what it was, and it was on PlayStation 2 for sure. I don't think it was on PlayStation 1, but I cannot find it, and I've been trying to find it for so long. But I want to say it was like Siphon Filter, which I know was a game, but every time I look up like Siphon Filter, like I'll look at the cover art of the game, I'll look at like footage of the game, and I'm like, man, I just don't think that was the game. It's been bugging me.
Describe it.
Well, it's honestly, it's too hard to describe because I just have like these. It's like one of those things where you have like the mental image, like you know what it looks like, but it's hard to put into words because it's gonna sound like every other game. Like, so basically, you're this guy, you shoot stuff, but you're trying to be like silent. It's not Splinter Cell. You're trying to be like silent, And then there's like these big like boss fights that kind of happen between some guys too. And then there's like these levels, but there's like a million fucking levels. I mean, I think I played it when I was young, and I swear I probably beat like every bit of about 60, 70 levels, and I was like, this game never ends. But I don't really, I mean, if you
I
got,
don't know.
yeah, like I said, it's going to be one of those games that it's like, dude, that could be anything.
Yeah.
So, but dude, spooky season, let us know what you guys are playing. There's so many horror games out there. I'm more than welcome to try it. I'll try. There was that one that was the story mode that I always wanted to try. I know you played it. And
Until Dawn.
yeah, where you had so many different kind of like ways you could go.
Yeah.
Friday the
Love that
13th.
game.
I know some people hate that game. I've talked to some people like, oh, that game's terrible. I had a good time. I think that any game with the right group of people can be a lot of fun. Some people
Yeah.
out there probably hate Phasmophobia, but I play with my friends and I have a good time with it. So I think that's the most important part. And I think Friday the 13th is one of those games too.
Yeah.
There was a new game out as well that I had mentioned to you. Prop Hunt. That game looks fun.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like a horror game, but it's like kind of like the Call of Duty Prop Hunt game, and
Yeah.
you like basically change what you look like, and this like dude's like trying to hunt you guys down. And I was watching this TikTok one day where this guy's a cabbage, and he's like jumping around, and this other dude is getting chased, and so he hurries up and hides on the wall. And as he's like running out of the building chasing after this dude, he like proximity talks. He's like, don't think I didn't see you, cabbage. And the dude's like, oh shit.
That's hilarious.
He's like running by him, and he's just like, don't think I didn't see you. It's like, oh, dude. So that game looked cool too. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, let me know the price on that. Those hide and seek games are always fun.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you go back to like the Michael Myers on Call of
Yeah.
Duty. I mean,
Yeah.
that's become so many things. I always go back to Halo, where we used to play that hide and seek game on there. Oh my god, it was pitch
Dude,
black.
the
You just had to,
cave.
yeah.
Yeah. I
So
miss on Halo the track that we had where someone was in the middle with the tank and we had to like go across a racetrack without getting blown up.
yeah,
That was my favorite, dude.
so many good ones. But yeah, I know we're just kind of spitballing off of so much stuff right now. If you guys have any more information, feel free to message us and ask us a little bit more about it. Or like I said, you can go check out my my Twitch, where I've played a little bit of Phasmophobia, and I'm sure as more of these games come out, or as we're enticed to play them, me and Jeremy will more than likely check them out. I'm not a big fan of jump scare or horror games, but if it's what you guys want, I'll play it. You know, I'll give it a little bit of a shot, but I'm not going to play that shit by myself. So don't even think about it. But
That's hilarious.
moving on, man, I know that there was a couple of games you wanted to talk about that were kind of coming out, and I'm excited to hear about them because I'm not even too sure what they might be.
Yeah.
But feel free to go into some of that.
Yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and start off with the console that you were talking trash on about being the
Hey, I was not
outside.
talking trash. You know what I mean. I love Nintendo too. As a matter of fact, I've been considering getting a Switch for a really long time because I think that
gotta do it.
I just think that there's a lot of games. Again, I don't want to get on a rant here, but Pokemon Stadium was probably by far one of my favorite games to play. I didn't play a lot. I played GameCube as well. I played this is the reason why I never played Nintendo. I played the GameCube over at my great grandma's house growing up. I'm this kid that only goes to my great grandma's every other week or something like that, right? And other kids obviously go there. Big family. I played Zelda Wind Waker for an a cumulative amount of time of maybe like a month or two, right? Every time I go to my grandma's, I'd play. Do you know the big tree on Wind Waker that you have to fight?
Yeah.
How far into the game would you say that is?
Oh, that's actually very far in the game.
Right. So I made it just past there, and then the next time I went to my grandma's house, one of my cousins deleted my game.
I would have beat his ass, right?
Bro, my heart has never been so shattered since the day that I was playing Rugrats Go to Paris and my parents shut off my PlayStation. I didn't have a memory card in, and I was waiting.
Oh,
I couldn't save, and I was almost done with that. Damn it! I'm still salty about that one too, because I never played Rugrats Go to Paris again. Whatever the game was.
Yeah, name drop your cousin right now.
Yeah. If you're out there, I remember.
Yeah. No, dude, but yeah, so actually today as we're filming it, Nintendo Switch was announced 5 years ago today.
Oh wow.
And with also that being said, today PS5 finally beat Nintendo Switch's selling score.
Oh really?
Yeah,
So
Nintendo outsold PS4 and Xbox One the entire time.
that's insane.
Yeah.
That just pretty much squashes the beef.
Yeah, well, I
Play-
mean, because Nintendo
PlayStation's
just like,
up now.
oh, shit.
I'm just kidding. I don't even play
Yeah.
my PlayStation anymore. It's got a cloud of dust now that I've been playing PC.
I know, I totally did turn on mine today, and it was just like, no, but
Oh shoot! I
yeah,
ain't been
so
on in a minute.
Nintendo's got some pretty cool stuff coming on, man. Like right now, you can get the Nintendo Switch OLED, which is like the HD of the Switch, very big ass screen, everything hooks up to your TV all the same. Animal Crossing just dropped a new DLC.
Jealous.
Uh, it's sick. Let's see. If you buy Nintendo Switch Online right now, you get Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for free. Super Monkey Ball just dropped, and it's all the original Super Monkey Balls. I love that game. Let's see. What's another?
Can't
stuff
talk about
coming
that in public.
out? Bro, like
Sorry,
Mario Party.
I'm just imagining people at like a dinner table out at a restaurant. Bro, did you play Super Monkey Balls last night? Yeah, bro. I love Super Monkey Balls. That game was awesome.
Well, it's a singular ball, Super
Oh.
Monkey Ball.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
Super
just
Monkey
one,
Ball.
just one.
That changes everything. I'm sorry. Continue.
No, bro. But Mario Party, it's dropping out with Superstars, and it's all of the Mario parties combined into one.
Oh, dang.
Sick. Yeah,
That is
sick,
sick.
bro. Let's see. Pokemon. Pokemon's got 2 new games coming out. They got Pokemon Shiny Pearl. It's a remake of like the really old 3DS, but they're putting it on Switch. And then they also have Pokemon Atreus, something like that. Sorry if I butcher it. It's Pokemon before Pokemon were tamed. So it's like ancient Japan, and the Pokeballs are like made out of wood and stuff. You got to craft your own Pokeballs.
I feel like I looked at the trailer on that, and that one looks sick.
Yeah, pull that up if you can find it, dude. Like it looks beautiful. The Switch has got some really good stuff, man. Like you're saying you're debating it. I'm saying you should probably just go ahead and pull the trigger on that one. The Switch is the perfect like house party gaming system.
Yeah, when I feel like that's why I say, you know, the Switch has always kind of been super successful when it comes to a lot of the games that incorporate couch
Yeah.
play. Obviously, you got Mario Party, you got Mario Kart that are probably some of the 2 biggest. But I mean, there's a plethora of games that I feel like they've kind of built.
Yeah. Well, and Ocarina of Time isn't the only Nintendo 64 game that's going to be free with the new online subscription. Like you get the Mario Kart 64. Uh, I mean, I don't know the list off the top of my head, but it is something I'm going to buy. I already have the yearly membership, but
Mhm.
for Nintendo, that was for the family pack, which allows 8 Switches to have all online access. It was like $34 for the year.
No, that ain't bad at all. Yeah,
No,
Pokemon Legends Arceus. Sorry if I'm
yeah,
butchering that. Yeah, so that's dropping on January 28th of 2022. I did see that. Just to go over some stuff. It says action meets RPG as Pokemon series reaches a new frontier. Get ready for a new kind of grand Pokemon adventure in Pokemon Legends Arceus. A brand new game from Game Freak that blends action and exploration with RPG roots of the Pokemon series. Embark on survey missions in ancient Hisui, region. Hopefully I didn't butcher that. Explore natural expanses to catch wild Pokemon by learning their behavior, sneaking up and throwing a well-aimed Pokeball. You can also toss Pokeball containing your ally Pokemon near a wild Pokemon to seamlessly enter battle.
Mhm.
So that's per in Nintendo.com as their kind of explanation for it. But so it says Mount Coronet rises from the center, surrounded on all sides by areas with distinct environments. In this area, long before the events of the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl games.
Mhm.
So as you were kind of explaining there, is one player action RPG, something to definitely check out because I do remember watching that trailer, and if you guys haven't seen it, it looks sick. And you can ride the Pokemon, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's Pokemon or a vehicle. I do remember seeing the trailer. They were riding some Gyarados, but to me it looked like a machine Gyarados. But it was cool. They like popped out of the water and did a trick shot. Like he popped out of the water, went slow motion, and he threw a Pokeball at a Pokemon on land.
Yeah.
It, so I can already see the MLG memes coming out of that.
So I'm not
Oh
gonna
yeah,
play anything, but this is just some screenshots that Nintendo posted that you guys can go check out as well of the game. Kind of what you can expect to see as you're kind of exploring around this game.
beautiful game.
Yeah, and I'm sure this doesn't even give it the justice that this game really is going to look like. She's messing that thing up.
And from what I understand, is you are playing in the age that developed the Pokédex.
Oh,
So it's you that's literally like capturing these Pokemon and writing down their habits and everything.
so definitely a cool take on Pokemon that really probably hasn't been done. I mean, there's obviously the Pokemon games that we've all played, but
Yeah, but none of them go back like that.
mhm, that's got
Pretty
to be
lit.
exciting just for a lot of the fans kind of centered around Pokemon in general because you're kind of creating new lore.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah,
So,
Pokemon's been coming out with a lot of like independent, single player games. Like they not too recently just came out with Pokemon Snap,
yeah,
where
which
literally you just drive around taking pictures of Pokemon.
all right,
You
well,
you got to be a hardcore fan to enjoy that. I did
yeah,
not get into
pull
that.
over. What? I said pull over.
Sweet.
Thick.
Yeah.
All right, you can go now.
Yeah.
I say that, but I think now, granted, Pokemon Go is a little bit different, but I can't tell you how deep we all got into Pokemon Go when it first came out. I mean, I thought it was really cool because it really promoted getting out of your house, and
Yeah.
I think that any game like that is worth it because so many people would be like, "Oh, that game's stupid." They had their criticism of it, and it's like, yeah, but it's maybe it's sad, but I mean, it forced me to be like, go on walks with my wife and my friends downtown,
Yeah.
and do things like that just to go catch Pokemon. Whatever.
I
So
think I think Paige still has that picture of like 6 of us at that church.
yeah, you go meet up for Pokemon duels. I mean, I don't really play it anymore. I really I uninstalled it. When I went out of the country, I actually installed it and tried getting some of the stuff that you can't get in America, but I didn't end up getting too much.
Dang.
But yeah, I mean, still a very cool concept for a game that I think more people should try to implement stuff like that to
Yeah.
promote getting up, getting out, and doing stuff.
Yeah, like fitness stuff. The Switch is actually pretty good for that. I mean, if you just want some like at home workout, you got like, the normal like Zumba games that no one ever picks up, but they're always on sale.
What's the dancing on?
Just Dance.
Yeah,
Dude, Just
Dance.
Dance slaps, bro. I play that with my daughter all the time.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
Yeah. Then they got like boxing and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. The thing that I always miss when I think about Nintendo though is the Nintendo Wii was, when it first came out, was like so cool how they had all the sports games. And
Yeah.
maybe I've been too far away from some of that stuff for too long, but the Xbox 360 Connect was also really, really cool with some of the stuff that they implemented. But I just don't feel like there's as many sports games as there used to be, or as many games that incorporate kind of stuff like those ones did when they first came out.
The Switch has still got them. I know for bowling in particular, because that was a fan favorite. They have some
Yeah.
like pretty like hardcore bowling simulators.
So are they still releasing some of the ones that are like the bundle? Because remember, like Connect, I'm more so speaking of Xbox Connect, but Xbox Connect used to release games that were like Carnival, and you would like, you'd buy that game, and they would have all these Carnival games. You could, you'd have throwing the ball at the pins. You would have, I don't know, skee ball, all this different stuff, and then they would have another game that would just be a set of sports. And then I don't know, there was like a company or a developer that was always pumping out these games that were all centered around different themes with sports and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, not necessarily like those bundles. I think that's just kind of like a that time thing because at that time, the Wii was doing that,
Yeah.
but they don't really do that anymore so much. I'm sure you could still find maybe like an off-brand game that does, but not any like AAA supported.
Mm.
But no, dude, you should most definitely get a Switch and play Breath of the Wild. Do yourself a favor.
I know. I just know I'm going to get so engulfed. I don't know. I'm really thinking about at the beginning of this next year, mainly because my daughter's going to be getting older. And
Yeah.
as much as my wife doesn't really care to play games, I feel like she would really enjoy it more than she realizes.
Yeah. No, and see that's the thing is like my wife is the same way. I mean, yeah, you know that. Like,
Mm.
but it's like the simplicity of Mario just sucked Paige in and like now she's got me over here. I have to vow at least 2 levels to her every night so we can 100% it, beat it with every single character so we can play the secret level. And I
That's cool.
hate that game. I hate that game so much.
I like how you're being quiet.
Well, I don't want to say it too loud. But no, like, and Animal Crossing. Oh, Animal Crossing came out at the worst time for Paige because she's in the like COVID had just like really hit hard. And so they were doing like homeschooling for nurses.
Yeah.
And Paige would be on the online class, like nothing serious, but like her literacy class or something. I'd walk in, she'd be on Zoom over here, just muted, and then she's playing Animal Crossing.
You like walking in the door, you're like, I'm proud, babe.
Yeah,
Proud.
it was cool, man. I got a plus homestead. I got a pretty highly rated island. And now the DLC came out, so like I'm trying to like, hey babe, we can
We can
pimp
play.
out some vacation homes.
Yeah, I'm just huge into games that are like creative like that. I mean, I've said it before. Sandboxes have always been my favorite, and with games like that, I remember the Wii Home. Was it Wii Home? Where you could like build a house. You like walk around. You could like build a house. You could like meet your neighbors and stuff like that. There's a
I don't think
Wii
I ever
game.
played anything like that.
Man,
Not on the Wii, at least.
now you're gonna call me a liar.
No, no, of course not.
No, no, I'm just kidding.
I it's not really creative, but I really miss PlayStation Home.
Oh, I know. I feel like we talked about that a little bit. I just don't think enough people really realized what that was about,
Yeah.
like how much that offered. And I thought it was just like a really cool way to kind of create this like community hub.
Yeah. No, most definitely that's what it
You could go
was.
play like chess with somebody, like everybody would get offline and I'd be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go hang out on PlayStation Home. I'd get on PlayStation Home. I'd go try to play somebody in chess. I'd kind of walk around. They'd have like different companies would pay for different advertisement in a way. So you could go like check out I remember back then it was like the Uncharted area, and it would
Yeah.
have like a bunch of like featured like content for Uncharted in terms of like it would show you maybe a vehicle in the game. It would all be decorated in that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
And like if you did their mini game, you got like the t-shirt for your character as well as in-game stuff.
Yeah. That was always the thing. You know, you could make your dude look cooler. It wasn't anything big, but it was just like the small effort I appreciated
Yeah,
to
no.
create like a community area. I mean, there's also the poker games that
Yeah.
everybody downloads, and it's essentially the same thing. They
Yeah.
basically created their own Club Penguin. Let's be honest.
Essentially. Dude, I bet on PC they got some pretty banger ones.
Oh, I bet. Like just like little community areas.
Yeah, we should totally check that out.
Yeah, there's been so many efforts by like some of these companies to or by these developers to create stuff like that
Yeah.
I don't think get appreciated the way that they should. Just maybe they're not. Maybe it's the times, but there's definitely been good memories from some of those things that
Yeah.
I mean, you look at PlayStation, they used to have like chat rooms. We'd all get offline and there would be
Where you
like
could
little
video
areas where you
camera.
could just do your video camera and we all just be like,
Yeah.
well, that was a good night of gaming. And we just like kind of kick back and just like chill. But
I remember there's a period of time where there's like 4 of us or 6 of us that would all like fall asleep on the camera just talking all night, dude.
yeah.
It was such innocent kid days.
Yeah. So you were talking about some of these new Nintendo games, main one of which being Pokemon. And were there some other ones that you were?
I think I hit all of them, but I mean, bro, like literally every single game I said was a banger. Like
Yeah, like
Nintendo's
a
really just
big.
pumping it out.
Yeah, like it seems to be the ones that are driving really well right now. I mean,
Yeah.
Animal Crossings has definitely been huge, and I remember when Breath of the Wild came out, and I would love to check out some of those. I tried going back. I used to hang out with one of my buddies that had an old N64, and I'd play some of the older Zeldas just to, you know, kind of hit that. I don't know, kind of hit that old nostalgia and try to
Yeah.
finally beat it for the first time.
Wind
But
Waker.
yeah, well, I'm not. But yeah, Nintendo definitely has their good amount of things going on. I'm still. I don't think I'm right there with you on the new system thing. I think the new system was kind of a whack idea. I mean, it's cool that they made the screen bigger, but I felt
Well,
like it wasn't a whole lot of effort to really do much different.
yeah, but where do they go? You know what I
Yep.
mean? They literally perfected a system that everybody loved. I mean, literally just perfected it. And then PS5's rolling out and the new Xbox is rolling out. And they're just like, well, we already have the top dog, so let's just
True.
keep doing what we're doing. And
That's a good point.
I
Yeah,
mean that
they got the
OLED is like a big difference, dude. Like it is a big difference.
really
Yeah,
okay.
look
Well,
them up side to side.
I'm speaking from the outside going in. I'm just trying to, rustle some feathers, rustle some leaves, whatever you want to call
Pissing
it.
me off.
You're making me mad, dude.
Yeah.
Not my skeleton face paint. There's so we talked about Squid Games last time. There's a Squid Game, the game now. Well, it's not a Squid Games, the game, but as you guys know, mods are out there like
Hmm.
crazy, and so a lot of people have been doing that. Have you seen any of those?
I have actually played the Roblox one personally. I hopped on
Oh
Ariel's account and started
man, I hear
playing.
playing Roblox. Yeah, I think Call or Grand Theft Auto did something with it too.
I haven't seen the Grand Theft Auto one. I have seen a Fortnite one.
Yeah, Fortnite did it. I thought I seen something with Grand Theft. I'm sure somebody probably modded Grand Theft Auto to do it, but the best one, the best mod I seen was it was the final test. Well, not the
Mhm.
final test, but it was the test. I don't want to give away spoilers, but it was the test where they're walking along the glass.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tell me why somebody did it was like 8 tiles in and then it finally went left. So it was like all the way right. And then so literally you just see all these people that are like because they all are like, well, it's gotta finally go left now. It's been like 5 times. They're like
Yeah. Oh, dude.
and then after it went left, it went immediately right again. So it's like they
Yeah.
went once and they're like, all right, now it'll probably be the same way. And they're like, it's
Yeah.
yeah, it was hilarious.
Dude,
So
the
I need,
Roblox one is hella fun.
yeah, if you guys are looking for something, that one looks like a lot of fun. So I mean, I could see Gang Beast doing something funny with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they will, but
No.
Gang Beast
I'm
is another party type game.
essentially what Squid Game is just a more adult version of that one that one game that we were all playing on PlayStation, dude. Ah, what is the name of it? It was like it's just like Gang Beast, but it's an obstacle course.
And it's a obstacle course. I'm not sure.
Bro, oh dude, that's gonna bug me, man. It is like a I can't
Because
remember.
there were several we played Gang Beast, but there I do remember that there's
Well,
I
so
think
like this one blew up with streamers like big, and then it became free on PlayStation like just right after, and it looks just like Gang Beast with like the figures that just look ridiculous and like chicken costumes and everything. But it's an obstacle course, dude, and I cannot think of it.
oh
As soon
Fall
as
Guys.
yeah, Fall Guys. There you go.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
what I was thinking when I said Gang Beast, and then for some reason I totally forgot it was called Fall Guys. But yeah, Fall
yeah.
Guys, yes, yeah, that's essentially what it is.
I
Just
bet Fall
a
Guys
little bit
might
more
make a
death.
weird version. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
but
On the
any time there's like games like that and they see how people explode and like love it, everyone's like pumping out like new ways to like try to implement it
yeah,
into their games. I felt like
right.
there was another game, well, the red light green light game too. That one
Yeah.
was huge. I've seen a lot of people playing that.
Yeah, no, so the Roblox one was actually structured very well, surprisingly. Like it had the actual Squid Game music and everything.
Yeah,
And
I know you really enjoyed the Roblox.
yeah, yeah, I mean it was I felt weird for playing Roblox, to be honest. But when you're like playing, it's just like a normal game. As long as you're not in there talking to kids, that's a little weird. But I actually convinced like a few people on the Discord to play with me. And we were in the same game. And we made it to the TUG, like the third game.
Oh, okay.
Bro, we were getting smashed by them kids every time. Every time, bro. Because it
They're
was
all
like,
in sync. They all know.
dude, they were, it looked like the damn show, man. They would stop and then you'd be like, what the hell? And you're like tugging them, and then bam, they're like just slamming your ass back.
They're smart.
Dude, I know it. I just wish I could be on the winning team because I did not make it past that.
Oh no.
But what's even more messed up is this might be a little bit of a spoiler, so I'm sorry. This is a spoiler warning, just a small one. I'll count to 5.
No, no, you're good. Just go ahead.
Uh,
They've had their time.
yeah. But it's like after the cookie game,
Mhm.
because that's in the Roblox version too. You have to survive for 3 minutes in the bunk room with all the lights off, and it like turns on the strobe lights and shit, and like people are just beating each other to death, just like the show.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and all you hear is
Oh no. That's terrible.
I'm like hiding in a corner. And I was playing with Eric, dude. And he was like, come here, motherfucker.
Try to find you.
No, he was hunting the kid.
Oh god.
Yeah.
That's so messed up.
Bro.
Oh god.
Yeah, dude.
Please, mister. Not like this.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, it's so hilarious. And then like on the first game when you're playing red light, green light, it's still the girl by the tree. And it's the like it's the voice from the show. So it's like red light.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime someone moved, bro, like Roblox gets loud too. So like I remember the first one I did, we made it about halfway and she called the first red light and I stopped and all I hear is I'm like, oh god, like this is just like the real deal.
Oh, dang, I'm gonna have to play that.
Dude, you might as well, bro. It's free 99.
Well, that's 99 cents.
Well, yeah, but I mean it's
Is that on PC then?
yeah, no, dude. All you do is Google like Roblox and you download the app, and then from there it'll ask you to make an account real fast. And I have Ariel's accounts, but I was on there. I can make a normal one if it makes it easier. But then from there you just go on their webpage and it says, Squid Game. You just click on it, and then bam, you're in it.
Dang, I'm gonna have to check that out.
We might as well after this episode.
Well, on a sad note, guys, for those of you that keep up with my streaming, if you were wondering why I haven't been on lately, my monitor fried over the last couple of weeks. I went down into my room and was met with a white screen. So, but some good out of that. A good friend of mine loaned me his graphics card, and I'm supposed to be loaning me his monitor as well to hold me over until I can get a new one. So I'm pretty excited and thankful that I got people like that around me that are willing to do that. So definitely bummed, but I was already kind of eyeing some new monitors when I went into Best Buy. Had to get me a new controller because my controller has been absolutely disgusting. Yes, I play PC and I play controllers sometimes. Don't judge me. But all, oh well. But yeah, I didn't get to play too much this last week. I actually was on a vacation. Took the family up to Colorado, and that was pretty exciting. And I went to Golden, Colorado. That's not exactly where I was at. I was just kind of all around the Denver area, and I went to Golden, Colorado, and I went into a gaming store while I was there, and it was really cool. Really good group of guys over there that were pretty helpful. It's right there on the main road off of in Golden. So if you guys are familiar with the area, that Woody's Woodfire pizza place sits on that road, and if you just go down the street a little bit on that same side, there's like a little gaming, like board game store and stuff. And I guess on Saturdays you can even go into like the back of the room with friends, and they stay open late, and you can like play board games and like card games with your friends so that you don't have to buy them, and you can just check them out before you decide if you want to purchase. So that was pretty cool. I mean, I know there's some local companies here that do that, but I just kind of, me and a buddy of mine that I went with as well, we just kind of were checking out all these games and kind of just BSing, talking about the different versions of some. If you guys haven't played Codenames is a great party game. And I guess now they have like all these different versions. They got like Harry Potter Codenames and like Codenames pictures. And so you can just do just the pictures or just the words. So if you want a recommendation of a good party game, Codenames is a great one. But we were checking out some other ones while we were in there. And so that's really my exciting last week. Other than that, I've just been, like we said, playing a little bit of Phasmophobia, but I'm excited for some Halloween. I think we should definitely try to play some more scary games and try to get some friends together on some stuff like that. But
Trying to get Sean sleeping bagged.
yeah, true. If you guys remember that, that was real off of Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
But well, guys, I think we're gonna go ahead and head on out of here.
Sorry, that was a big
See
yawn,
that?
dude.
Yeah, did you see
Yeah,
that, man?
shit, dude. I couldn't even see if
Skeleton
my
over here.
eyes were open.
Yeah, I didn't. You know, like, are you okay?
Screaming.
Hope you guys have enjoyed our makeup over on the YouTube side of things. If you guys are watching us and then enjoying our attempt at our Halloween get up, but we you guys will be getting this Friday, so that's going to be the 22nd. And we hope that this carries on over and you guys have a good spooky season and enjoy your Halloween. You guys will be seeing us just the week after that, and we'll have another episode for you. But for this one, thank you guys for joining us. Again, have a happy Halloween, and we hope that no matter where you are or what you're playing, we can get you one step closer to clutching that dub. Goodbye, everybody.
Hey, have a safe Halloween, everybody. See you later.
Kratos out.